What's going on, folks? Brandon the Broker here. I am once again here to do another video. I know people are like, Jesus, why don't you just shut up for once? I agree with you. So if you want me to shut up, send me Crumble Cookie. Crumble Cookie shuts me up very fast. As a matter of fact, if you send me enough Crumble Cookie, I'll never make another video again. As a matter of fact, 3 boxes of Crumble Cookie, the 6 packs. I'll delete this channel. Fuck around, find out on that one. Anyway, Spencer E. Everything you need to know about architectural engineering.
An engineer or an architect or an architectural engineer.
What the hell is arcade?
Architectural engineering. What is architectural engineering? Why choose architectural engineering? How is architectural engineering? Where is architectural engineering? Who is architectural engineering? When is art? I was doing research on the program.
Yeah, so let's get right into that. What is it? Technically, it is the mix of architecture and engineering, as it sounds, but it's more of the structural engineering with the basic bottom bitch stuff of architecture.
Really wasn't that much info available online, so even though I don't know everything still, I'm gonna do my best to explain everything I know about ArchEng in my whole 12 months at Loop. I also asked a bunch of other ArchEngers too, so stay tuned for that. I'm not gonna waste your time, so let's get started with the what. I would best describe ArchEng as structural engineering with a bit of design work mixed in it. So basically how it works is you do take the core engineering courses like calc, physics, stats, very similar to what civil engineers take, but we also have the addition of a studio course every term, which is pure architecture. So no math, just pure design work. Because of this, even though a studio class is pretty heavy, it does lean a lot more into the engineering side than architecture. So definitely keep that in mind if you're thinking of going into it. It is a very new program as well, just being at Waterloo and a handful of other schools. And in fact, the first graduating class, which is this year, 2023, we are accredited though, so we are officially engineers. Alright, now for the why.
Yeah, it is.
To be honest, I don't really think there's one big reason you should be choosing this program for. I think there's a lot of different ones that can apply to different people, and you really shouldn't be making a judgment based off of one. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I think this program would be a good fit for you if you're like me, in the sense that you like math and science, but you also like designing things, mounting things on a computer, anything.
Fun fact, I actually hate math. Math is my least favorite subject in the world, but I love science and I love designing stuff. So it kind of makes it a balance of, okay, chat GPT, do my homework, but I get the design stuff.
Like me personally, I cannot draw from my life, but if you can, and you like math, then this program is going to be perfect for you. Yeah, it is also a bit of a lighter engineering workload compared to things like computer engineering. Like, I don't want to get your hopes up. It still is engineering, and it's still probably going to suck, but it's not going to suck as bad as some other ones. It also is a very new field that's projected to rise as well, and you can also go into a lot of different industries from it, like obviously architecture and also structural engineering. You can go into the construction industry. I've gotten a civil co-op, so you can steal the city's jobs. But yeah, I think it is a good field to be in the future, and can't lie bro, it's kind of fun. If you like building physical models, drawing, making 3D models, working in teams, or just having a pretty tight-knit class, then I'd say go for it, just try something different. And if you regret it, then rip. More on that later. But before that, don't just take it from me, let's hear what satisfied customers have to say. Fine.
I'm sorry, I have no clue what the hell I'm thinking right now. Anyway.
What program are you in?
I'm in MechEng.
Oh, here we go. Hi, I'm here for 4 questions with ArchEng.
Yeah, come on in.
Sweet, thank you. So, what's your name and program?
I'm Nicole.
I'm Lillian.
Oh, hi, I'm Alina.
My name is Jihoon.
My name's Rodana.
I'm Corley and I'm in ArchEng.
I'm in 1B Archeng.
I'm in 1B Argan.
1B.
I'm also in 1B.
I'm 2027 graduate, or going, yeah, you get the point. Nice.
What would you guys say to someone who's interested in ArcEng right now?
I'd say ArcEng is like a pretty unique program. It's pretty small, so if you like that kind of like family bonding.
Very small. As a matter of fact, I have my associates in architectural engineering, and our class was super small. So they moved ours to online, and we went from the engineering side to the community college side. And it's weird, but then again, the way your state will classify things in their university is based on what the state technically needs at the moment. And that's what UAA did. They don't need a bunch more architects. They need people that can do other things like the engineering side, or they need people that can do the drafting side or the inspection side. So that's why we only have an associates in architectural engineering. And if you want to be an architect, you have to leave the state and you have to go to Washington, Oregon. I went to British Columbia. You can go anywhere in Canada. You can pretty much go anywhere for an architecture degree. If you want a bachelor's in architectural engineering, you're going to pretty much have to go somewhere like Miami, or I believe Stanford has a bachelor degree program in it. But that is going to be a real tough one. So usually people will, if you can't find architectural engineering bachelor's or master's, you're going to have to choose the associates and then either architecture or structural or civil engineering.
Tight-knit community, I think I recommend it.
Sweet, thank you.
Oh, I think that ArcEng is like a really niche program and it's really unique. It's like the only one in Canada. So I say just be really passionate about architecture and engineering and you'll fit right in.
I would say to keep in mind that architectural engineering is more engineering than architecture, so you won't be getting that architecture school experience. It'll be more of like an engineering degree.
I would say if you like both civil engineering and architecture, yes. But if you want to focus on more civil or architecture, then don't come.
I agree with Gian. I think like do your research. That's the biggest thing. Like we had a bunch of people in our class like the first couple of weeks in design days, and then they just switched out because they're like, oh, I like the idea of ArcEng, but not ArcEng itself. So like look at what.
Facts. I thought the same thing, but once again, I only got a associates in it, and then I switched over to the architecture side. So that is very true. Architectural engineering is indeed engineering. Listen to the last word, not the first one. Architectural engineering. The engineering, that whole thing doesn't even roll off the tongue like structural or mechanical engineering. Like, geez, we're the bastard children of the engineer side of everything. It's like architectural engineering is the bastard of STEM because we get the worst parts of everything in STEM.
Courses you're taking,
Well, first you want to see if you want to be an engineer or an architect or an architectural engineer, because there's a difference between all of them. And I think a lot of people in our program, at least in the years before, didn't really know exactly what they wanted. So some people come in thinking, oh, it's going to be all math. And some people go in thinking, oh, it's going to be exactly like architecture. But it's a really, really good mix of both. So you're going to be doing drawing and designing and all the cool stuff that you guys see architects do. But you also do all the nitty-gritty math and science behind it, which I think is really, really important and something really applicable to industry, which is why our program was created.
So what do you think the best and worst part about ArcEng is?
I think the best part is our studio space. Our space is very nice because each one of us has like our nice little desk and like our own lecture room, so it's kind of like private and like niche.
I think the best thing about ArcEng is you can experience both civil and architecture side. But that being said, it's also the worst thing because you can't focus on one thing and you're not specialized in either.
I think the best thing, aside from like the community and all that stuff, is if you want to be involved with research, it's kind of not that difficult if you're an ArcEng. You can do like EnviroGeo and you can even do like civils stuff, but like if you're in civil, you can't really do that kind of stuff.
I think the best and the worst part is probably our studio course. Like,
I love all the diversity of this video. It's not just a bunch of stuffy white dudes and, you know, oh, I like this. Just shut up. You're just here because your daddy's money. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't cancel me. Then again, do cancel me. But send Crumble Cookie first.
really fun and really, you have to be really creative.
I agree. The best part is definitely studio course. I find it really fun.
I personally enjoy studio the most because like it's the most applicable stuff like to architectural engineering. Like I don't know, you go into the workforce and it's not like you're using certain things from other courses. Like you won't be using chemistry most likely, which you had to take first year. So studio I think is the most applicable. You learn a lot about buildings, you learn a lot about design, and you get to learn a lot about like working in teams and different softwares, and I think that's really, really interesting. You get to design buildings basically. It's the course where you get to design.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you gotta work with people you don't really want to, and also it takes a lot of time up.
I don't have many bad things to say about this like program, honestly. I think it's a very good difficulty. It's a really good, like, it's got a great community, a great amount of like the work isn't too overwhelming. But there are some like courses that you have to take, which is like for all programs anyway. But like chemistry, you don't really need, like, you take it once and then you like never touch it again. We have to take.
Oh boy, once again, let's go back to underwater basket weaving and folk music appreciation. Yes, there's always going to be that one class that you look at and you're just like, why do I have to take this?
Programming course, which I found a bit frustrating. MATLAB. Yeah.
Worst part, it's kind of like some of the courses we have to take because we're in engineering. You're kind of like, why are we taking that? But it's just like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Chemistry.
But yeah, I think it's just like some unnecessary courses, but every program at any school has electives, so you're like, okay, why am I doing this? So I really don't have any complaints.
I'd say like the worst thing is maybe that like the program isn't the most well known right now. It's slowly becoming more known, but like as you're applying to co-ops, they're gonna be like, what the hell is ArcEng? And you're like, so it's a mix of structural and a little bit of architectural, so you're gonna have to kind of go through that for your first couple of co-ops.
Definitely get used to explaining what ArcEng is.
You're gonna figure out what ArcEng is when you get in. Like, I didn't have an idea what ArcEng was in the beginning. So.
Yeah, it's you to figure out.
Worst part? Math.
Man, those interviews were so fire that I lost hair. They had a lot of other things to say as well, but that would have made this like a half-an-hour video. If you're interested though, I'll probably be making another video with the full interviews, hopefully up sometime soon. Anyways, even though they said a lot already, I'm gonna elaborate a bit more on the how of ArcEng. ArcEng is a very small, tight-knit program. We have under 100 students per year, and we're basically all confined to the studio. It's both a prison and a blessing. Basically, we have every single one of our classes here, and we also have our own desks here as our workspaces. So whether you like it or not, you're gonna be spending a lot of time in this room. And not only that, but you're gonna be spending it with the exact same people too. I wouldn't say it's a pro or a con. It really just depends on what your preference is and what you're looking for out of your program. It is nice having your own workspace for your program, but just being around the exact same environment every single day is not always the healthiest. So it's up to you. Alright, and now we've come to the final and probably most important part, the who. To be honest, if it weren't for these people in my program, I probably would have been gone a long time ago. Like, I would have transferred to mech, to mechatronics, to software engineering, UBC, UCLA, UC University, Starbucks, McDonald's. But yeah, being around the same people for 5 years in a row lets you get pretty close to them. And ArcEng attracts a lot of different people too, from the nerdy math kids, to the artsy kids, to everyone in between. Nationally ranked athletes. Check. Nerds? Check. And to be honest, I think this is probably one of the only cohorts that has their own sport, ArcEng ball, that's able to come together to make their own movies, that makes bets in class when they're bored. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, honestly. Again, I'm not trying to romanticize this program. Like, it probably isn't for everyone, but if anything I said stuck out to you, then I'd say definitely give it.
Trust me when I say it's not. It really isn't. It's not for everyone, but at the same token, if you like engineering and you like architecture, you got to kind of like the balance. You got to take the good with the bad with both, because trust me when I say this, it can be a pain, but it can also be very rewarding.
Shot. I'm a firm believer that no matter what program or what school you go to, you can either have a great or a miserable experience. It really just depends how much effort you put into it. And also, no program is going to be sunshine and rainbows the entire way through, right? Like, every program is going to have its highs and lows. With that being said, though, I really like ArcEng, and I think you might like it too if you're related with anything I said in this video. And that's about it. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry I've been inactive, but I'll probably be posting more soon. Yeah, see ya.
Also, my friend just started a YouTube channel, and I promised that I get them 10 whole views on the latest video. So please go check it out. Love you guys.
Go check this guy out. He does make some really good videos. Spencer E, shout out to him. I would like to know what he's up to now. So go check him out, like his video, like mine as well.